Hello there guys and welcome back to the channel. So Alliance War Season 25 has entered the second half and we must make sure that we pretty much win every single war that we are in if we have a hope to finish first. And this time we are going up against APOCO. Now APOCO is a very strong Masters Alliance. And as we can see, the previous season they finished in second place. So we knew this is going to be a very difficult war. And that also made the war a little bit more stressful because this time our alliance war attack planner officer, well, he's on holiday. And he had trouble, so other members had stepped in. So we hadn't kind of like as much of a confidence in our assignments, and they came out late, which also kind of became an issue later on. But all those things put aside, I'm gonna mention them as and when they are happening. So in this war, I am going in with a Warlock, Human Torch, and Magneto. First war in a while with no Quake. I need to wonder, is my alliance revoking my Quake privileges for dying with Quake in last war? That's right, I have died once this season so far. I would like to do my best to make sure it doesn't happen again. So therefore, obviously, boost on for every single fight, even though I don't find them particularly necessary. That is often the difference of winning and losing a war. Just boosting for the fights that you didn't think that you will have to, because you never know when something goes wrong, and 999 times out of 1000 there is no issue with that fight. But the one time that you die in a silly fight, you just feel horrible, especially if you didn't boost, and that is part of the reason why I died. And I activated Human Touch pre-fight ability against Mephisto, and man, that Mephisto is gonna absolutely melt. We can see that at this point I already have like 20 something smolders. I get extra attack as well from the node, that ebb and flow knockdown. So whenever I knock him down, I get a fury buff. And yeah, that Mephisto just completely melts away. Obviously, the only annoying thing here is that I do need to manage the power. In addition to that, he has that healing phase, but you can see how quickly his health melted away there. So yeah, Human Torch absolutely destroyed that Mephisto. No issue there at all whatsoever. Still don't see why I couldn't have quaked it. Either way, Nova. And I could have actually quaked this guy too. Probably would have been easier. Anyways, uh, Magneto it is. So I do have a rank 3 6-star Magneto, and that's obviously awesome, because even if I make some mistakes, which I inevitably do, the sheer tankiness of this guy often is super helpful as well. So this is another ebb and flow knockdown node, and he also has heavy hitter. So if he doesn't want to get into my reparry, then it might actually pose some trouble. But in general, the fight plan here is quite obviously straightforward. Just get to level 3 and be done with it. Now, I did make a small slip up there. I forgot about heavy hitter, and he just keeps using his heavy attack, so I am a bit cornered. But am I concerned? No. It's Magneto, and it's Nova. And even if I eat like 3 combos in a row, I'd probably be alive, and at that point I'd be at level 3, at which point he'd probably be dead. So that's just about it. And I have like 7 promises, I double them up, and knock him down one more time, and then drop my level 3. Now this is a bit risky, because he did have quite a lot of power, and if it doesn't kill him, it could have gotten dicey, but I knew that he's not gonna quite get that level 3, and couple ticks of that shrapnel bleed, and easy peasy lemon squeezy. Now, there is also something to be said about these fights, and I had to do these fights under the hardest of circumstances I ever have to do war fights. I had to do these fights under the biggest of distress that I frequently experience in my life, and that is with an angry girlfriend waiting for me, like in the bed, before we're going to sleep. And she really hates when I touch my phone, like when it's about time to kind of like relax and just get ready to sleep. But because the war assignments had come late, I was doing these fights later than I normally would, and yeah, I was kind of like half focused on the game, obviously still extremely worried and stressed and not wanting to die, and like half engaged with making excuses to my girlfriend. And this was some of the most stressful and hardest alliance war fighting that I have done in a while. Especially because this Havoc, like the way I am playing it right now, and let me make it perfectly clear, I'm not playing it right. I should have just went for full on 5-hit combos from get go and forced him into his own corner, and it would have been a much easier fight. Now that I am cornered and I'm trying to consistently get the parries in and everything else, I can make this fight significantly more intense than it should be. Because if I eat that heavy attack, that armor up doesn't protect me from the feedback damage there if I get more of those plasmas built up on me. So those heavy attacks are still extremely dangerous. And I was definitely kind of like dancing with my fate there in the corner, dodging those heavy attacks. Because had even one of them landed, I would take a significant amount of damage. But slowly but surely, you can see that this fight has lasted about 2 minutes. I am managing to reduce Havoc's health, and at this point he's only like 15%, so I'm not doing too bad. I'm gonna go for level 1, and that finished out the fight. So this was extremely tricky, stressful fight. And there was a long shot fight that I also wanted to take and I could have taken, but quite frankly I just missed it because at that point I absolutely positively had to go to bed. But I also knew that my alliance was going to be waiting for me to take down this Hyperion, because that was my assignment with Warlock and an Indestructible 3 boost. And obviously that was eating away at me. So this fight I'm doing just about at midnight, my time, when I snuck out from the bedroom with a stupid excuse. Obviously that I need to go to toilet. And this fight was also done under very, let's say, increased levels of stress in case I get caught. Anyways, it is Hyperion and Mixmaster Aggression Prowess Power Focus 1. And for this fight, we can see that Hyperion did have willpower on, and as long as Hyperion has willpower on, this fight is very easy. Now, Warlock can do this fight even if he doesn't have the willpower on, and then I just kind of like drop my level 3s ideally, or end up eating a level 3, but that's what the Indestructible boost was for. So if you don't know if opponent has willpower, obviously it is a very good idea to have that Indestructible 3 boost and rely on Warlock's power control on level 1s and level 3s. But if opponent does have willpower, you can see that at no point I am in any danger at all whatsoever for this Hyperion to get level 3. And when it comes to my own fighting, I either parry heavy or parry medium light. In that case, I can always go and punish after the special attack, and it's a very simple, very straightforward fight. It was pretty much perfectly, absolutely drama free, and yeah, very easy to deal with. And now my section 2 fights. Now I don't have any other mini boss fights this time around, which is kind of unfortunate. Would have wanted to take a few, but I do Path 9 this time, so I am not often signed to Path 9, so I can enjoy the change of pace, so to speak. I'm gonna activate a small attack boost, small health boost, and a medium champion boost. I genuinely have way too many of the small attack and health boost because I opened too many greater solo crystals or supreme solo crystals. So I'm actually not fast at all how many of those I use in every given war, because I think I have about 5 of each about to expire. So I might do some silly videos with them or something. But Path 9, now we have One Eyed open and that window of opportunity stun. So basically for this fight I just can't stun. Now, the smartest thing would have been to take off my dexterity here altogether, perhaps parry as well, just so I can't stun. But I didn't because I felt quite confident here. And eating that Mojo's level 1 in block obviously gives me a ton of smolders, and that lets me do a ton of damage. And this fight is not going to last long. We can see that 30 seconds in the fight, Mojo is already halfway down. And I will end up eating a level 1 at one point or another, but that level 1 is actually going to end up killing the guy. So that level 1 definitely hurt Mojo a lot more than it hurt me, and this also was the last fight that I needed Human Torch for, therefore easy life there. Don't care about the health lost, and the fight is won safely. Now we have Guillotine 2099 on Window of Opportunity stun, Empowered Immunity, but again, I don't care about it at all in this case because I use Magneto. Now, whilst the Window of Opportunity stun is active, I'm just going to play with regular combos, because why not? He can't miss. I don't have to worry about her phasing or invisibility or whatever that thing is. Since the Window of Opportunity stun goes on cooldown, I'm just going to go in, parry heavy, and Magneto has a chance to completely switch off that node so it never comes back. So that is kind of like the critical point where I need to take a look whether it does or does not come back. And it didn't, and it's perfect. And now I'm pretty much just free to parry heavy my weight level 3, finish off the fight with a big level 3. So I doubled my prowesses there, because why not? I'm gonna go double them again in just a second. I think I'm gonna try to do it one more time, but I'm actually gonna miss the heavy attack. But I still have 32 prowesses, which quite obviously is more than enough to absolutely destroy this guillotine. Now, I did not take the screenshot at the end of the war because it's actually technically still happening, but it is quite clear that we are going to win this war. We kind of pulled ourselves a bit better together. We didn't have like the most perfect war either, but we did better than our opponents did. I think it's like 4-7 score or something like that, or 3-7. So we didn't do as well as we were able to perform at the beginning of the season, as well as we know we can play, but we did well enough to win this war, which is the main thing right about now. So we should still be somewhere in top 3 after this war, with 5 wars left to go. And yeah, hopefully we have a good remainder of the season. This season, I kind of feel that my officers are going relatively easy on me. I think I have slightly, well, not slightly, quite significantly less fights, but I'm kind of okay with that because my potions have run out. I have a ton of boosts, but not many potions. Luckily, for most of the wars, I actually have done quite well, that I didn't need to actually buy many potions, if any at all. Like this war, I just used one team health potion that I had, and that's it. But yeah, that is it for now. I hope you guys enjoyed today's war video. And yeah, obviously the rest of them will follow as and when the wars actually happen. And we'll see how we do till end of the season. See ya. Hello there guys, and welcome back to the channel. So we have all the information